Hey guys, welcome to the session on Microsoft Azure Virtual Machine by GamutGurus. Today we will be covering one of the fastest emerging and the second largest cloud technology in the market. As you guys know, in the recent scenarios, Microsoft Azure is one of the best and the leading cloud service provider in the market. Before we move towards details, let's go through the agenda for today. At first, we'll be covering what is virtual machine, what is Azure Virtual Machine, Azure Virtual Machine features, Azure Virtual Machine pricing, Azure Virtual Machine security. Let's get started with what is virtual machine. A VM, that is abbreviated as virtual machine, is the visualization of a computer program. Virtual machines are based on the design of computers and provide visual computer performance. Virtual machines designed to create computer programs on a private platform. As you guys get to know about what is virtual machine, let's talk about what is Azure Virtual Machine. Azure Virtual Machine is one of the several types of computer resources that are required and offered by Azure. Azure Virtual Machine provides developers the flexibility to see without buying and maintaining portable hardware running in it. A developer still needs to maintain a virtual machine by performing some tasks such as setting up, tagging, and installing the software that run on the virtual machine. As every good service provider provides great features, Azure also helps its users and developers with some great features which help in the workload more efficiently. Azure offers some great features in which there are four main features: data stability, data security, capacity management, function of 4 windows. If we talk about some great features, the priority comes towards stability of the data. Let's talk about what is data stability. When you use Azure Cloud Storage, your data is stored securely in secure locations that are run by Microsoft. Storage layer is used in the background by the services provided by Azure. Azure SQL Archive uses Azure Blob Storage to store the data. Now, if we talk about the second topmost priority of any cloud service provider, that is data security, and Microsoft is more focused towards it. DDoS, that is abbreviated as Distributed Denial Service. DDoS protection comes in when a DDoS attack is detected and reaches a certain predetermined limit. DDoS protection was introduced at virtual network level, which provides the same capabilities as standard DDoS protection, not at network level. Microsoft also comes with a great feature in Microsoft Azure as capacity management. Planning for energy storage is a time-consuming task. For many organizations, the burden is on the growth of descriptive data. Microsoft Azure offers a hybrid storage solution called Store Simple that helps address this challenge. Store Simple. Store Simple has built-in features that address all the latest business needs. It includes data storage, archiving, and the compression part. The last but not the least Microsoft Azure Virtual Machine feature, that is function of 4 windows. Azure Automation is a multifunctional solution that uses PowerShell at the backend to perform some complex operational tasks, both in the cloud and on the premises, using some agents called hybrid workers. The Microsoft Operation Management Suite, that is OMS, is a management as a service that provides a single view of the hybrid areas panel. As we have covered some great features of Azure Virtual Machine, let's focus towards its pricing. Azure Virtual Machine provides us with the flexibility of virtualization for a wide range of computer solutions with the support from Linux, Windows servers, SQL Server, and many more. Azure Virtual Machine pricing also comes with 3 types: virtual machine instances, spot price, and pay for service. Let's focus towards virtual machine instances. Azure Booking Virtual Machine event is the advanced purchase of a virtual machine in a particular area over 1 or 3 years. The commitment is made in advance, and as a reward, you will receive a 72% price savings compared to the previous price you pay. Reserved virtual machine events are flexible and easy to modify or reset. If we talk about spot price, buy unused computer capacity at a deep discount up to 90% of what you pay when you go with the prices. If the workload can tolerate interruptions and its operations time is flexible, then using virtual machine points will significantly reduce the cost of running your workload in Azure. It runs your workload on a virtual machine or virtual machine object system. If we talk about one of the best type of Azure virtual machine pricing, that is pay for service. Pay per second for computer capability without long-term commitment or low fees. Increase and decrease computational capacity as required. Start or stop at any time. Pay only for what you use. If we talk about the data security, Azure is more focused towards its services. Azure Active Directory. By using Azure Active Directory, we can control access to our virtual machines for various users or group of users. Users, groups, and the applications in that directory can manage resources for Azure subscriptions. The scope of the role assignments can be a subscription, source group, or a single service. Azure also comes with RBAC control, that is abbreviated as role based access control, in which we are having three types: owner, donor, and the reader. Owner: full access to all the resources, including the right to transfer access to others, while donor is having create and manage all kinds of Azure resources but can't give to others and cannot provide any kind of access to them. While in case of reader, it can view existing Azure resources. Microsoft Azure is more focused towards the security of the data and the safety of the users and the developers. Azure Safety Center. Azure Safety Center identifies the challenges of the virtual reality, repair, and the targeted security threats. It may include missing virtual machines, network security groups, unwritten disk, and the aggressive remote desktop protocols, in which we are having setup data collection, setup security policies, view virtual machine configuration lives, quick configuration problems, and view threats received. Now we got to know about what is virtual machine, its features, pricing, and the security. Let's deep dive into demo session. In this demo, we are going to learn how we can create a virtual machine in Microsoft Azure. For creating a virtual machine, the first step is to log in into your Azure account using your Azure account credentials. So for creating virtual machine, we can click it from here. It shows the virtual machine option, or we can go to the more services option and can click it from here. And we are also having another option called search bar. So from this we can also search as virtual machine. Once we go to that virtual machine and click on this, it shows that no virtual machine to display because we haven't created any virtual machine, so it shows. So for creating a virtual machine, we have to click on create and then click on virtual machine. Once we click on virtual machine, we are having some new option. Yeah, after that we are having the project details. Below that project details, we can see the description option called the free trial account. Because we are using the free trial account, so it shows the free trial account. You can also select the pay as you go pricing or any other or the free trial account. So I'll be using free trial account. So after that, in that resource group, you see that there is no available items. Means that there is no resource group, so we have to create a new resource group. So we'll be giving resource group name as GamutGurus, and after that we click on OK. So you can see that there is a resource group name as GamutGurus. In that instance details, below that instance details, we have to give the name virtual machine name. So we'll be giving that virtual machine name as Gamut VM, and we have to select the region. So for that region, we can select any other region according to your needs. You can select, but I will be using the recommended one, East US. After that, in that availability option, you can also select the availability. The default one is no infrastructure redundancy required. You can select availability zone, availability set, or any other, but I will be going through that availability no redundancy required. And after that we have to select the image. So By default it shows Ubuntu Server 20.04 LTS, that means long term support and the generation 1, but we are using the Windows Server 2012 R2 data center generation 1. Yeah, after that we have to select size, so I'll be choosing some different size. You have to click on select see all sizes, and I will be going to the B series. So once you click on B series, you can find here as B1 to MS. Click on select. After that, once we click on select, it takes some time to load. uh, uh, we have to select once more B, yeah, B1MS version 1 CPU, and that RAM is 2 gigabytes, and it takes some time to load price. Once the price is loaded, so it shows the price to us. It cost me around 1293.79 per month. After that, we have to give our username. So in the Azure administrator account, we have to give the username as Samrat 12. You can choose the username according to your need. I will be giving the password. You can give your password, and yeah. After that, we have to confirm the password. So for confirming the password, we have to give the same password that we have given. Yeah. After that, we have to select the inbound port rules. It shows me select which virtual machine network ports are accessible from the public network. You can specify more limited or granular networks access on the networking tab. For that public inbound port, you can select none. I'll be going through the default one, and after that we have to select the inbound ports. Here are four inbound ports, that HTTP, HTTPS, SSH, and the RDP. So I will be going through the RDP 389, the default one. It also shows that this will allow an all IP address to access your virtual network. So you can also select the Azure licensing option. So I will not be using this. You can select. After that, we have to click on disk. In the disk option, below the disk option, we are having the OS disk type. So there are three options: premium SSD, a standard SSD, and the standard HDD. So I'll be using the standard HDD because it cost me low. So after that encryption type, you can also select the default one. You can go through that only, and you can also select the encryption at rest and all. So I'll be choosing the default one, and after that we have to click on networking. Once we click on networking, below that network interface, you can see that the below that networking interface option, it shows the virtual network name as GamutGurus VNet. It created by default. So after that, we can see that the subnet default subnet 10.0.0.0/24, and the public IP name as Gamut VM IP. So NIC network security group, what it is, for that you have to hover over that option, and once you hover over, it shows the network security group contains security rules that allow or deny inbound network traffic. So I'll be going through that basic option only, and the public inbound ports allow selected ports, and this select inbound ports we have to click. So we can select any of these, but I will be going through that RDP 389. You can also select the accelerated networking and all load balancing. So I will not be using all these things. So for that, I will be keeping all those things as default. So after that, click on management. Once you click on management, it shows your subscription is protected by Azure Security Service Center basic plan. So after that, you can, in the monitoring option, below that monitoring option, it shows the boot diagnostic. So enable with managed storage account is recommended. So I'll be going through that only. You can also log in with the Azure AD, and that identity option you can also select auto shutdown. For once you click on auto shutdown, you can give the shutdown time and all. So I will not be using all these things, so it shows I will not be selecting that. And you can also choose the backup option. Once you click on backup and all, it gets backup. So I will not be going through that because I will be going through the default option. And after that, you have to click on next advanced. Once you click on next advanced, in the extension option, it shows extensions provide post deployment configuration and the automation. In the extension, once you click on select an instruction to install, once we click on extension, after that we can, after that we can select any of the extension, but I will be going to the Microsoft anti-malware. Once we click on Microsoft anti-malware, click on create and then click on OK. Once we click on OK, it shows the extension that we have installed is Microsoft anti-malware. So after that, we can go click on text. We can give some text as I can give tag as Gamut 12. Value will be XYZ Samrat ABC VM QWE, and I can give another name as SS and give the value as PQR. So we have given the all the text name, and for after that we have to click on next review plus create. Once you click on review plus create, it shows you all the things that you have selected, and it will take some time. So after that it will show. So you can see in the project details, it shows that I have uses the standard view B1MS. So it shows me the B1MS, validation pass. So you can see that it cost me around 1.7723 INR per hour for the standard B1MS. In that basics option, you can see that the subscription option is free trial, and the resource group is GamutGurus, and the virtual machine name is Gamut VM, and the region is East US, and all those things that we have named. And the public IP inbound port says RDP because we are using the RDP 3389, and the OS disk type that we have chosen is standard SDD, it is hard disk drive. And that after that networking option, virtual networking, GamutGurus VNet, and the subnet is default, and the public IP is Gamut VM IP. So we'll be using all those things, and after that, all those things are good. So okay, after that we have to click on create. Once we click on create, it will take some time to create a virtual machine, so we have to wait till then. And in that notification it shows initializing template deployment to resource group GamutGurus. This is the best thing. In that notification in Microsoft Azure Portal, it shows us the now it shows that it's submitting deployment because it is submitting. So it will take some time to create the deployment, and in that deployment it shows us that the deployment is in process. Deployment name is create VM virtual Microsoft Windows Server and all. So after that, in the subscription option, you can see it shows the trial free trial account, and the resource group is GamutGurus, and we have also got some resources created like GamutGurus VNet. Once you click on GamutGurus VNet, you can also see all the things that resource group is this subscription changes, free trial account, and the tags that we have uses Gamut v12xyz Samrat this VM QWE, and the SSPQR address is 10.0.0.0/16. So after, you can also go through there, and for that we have to click on cross. Once you click on cross, you can see the for that Gamut VM the status is created. So it will take some time to get deployed, and you can see that there are around 5 resources that we have created. So you can also go through another resource. So for let's see what is in Gamut VM IP. So once we click on Gamut VM IP, it shows that the resource group is GamutGurus,
and the location is East US, and the subscription is free trial account, and the subscription ID is this, and the basics IP address is this 13.68.135.98. So yeah, we can also click on see more, and also we can see associated to Gamut VM 640, Gamut VM Microsoft network is the routing reference. So after that, when click on close, so it will take, yeah, you can see that the Microsoft anti-malware windows is being created because the extension that we have installed is Microsoft anti-malware, so it is getting created. So you can also go through the Gamut VM 640. Once you click on Gamut VM 640, it shows the resource group because we have named our resource group as GamutGurus, and that the location is East US, and the private IP is 10.0.0.4, and the public IP address is 13.68.135.98, and that is Gamut VM IP. And the accelerated networking disabled, and the text that we have given is Gamut 12 values is XYZ, and the Samrat value is ABC VM, the value is QWE, and the SS for that value is PQR. So yeah, uh, we can also click on here Microsoft anti-malware. Yes, it is created, and we can also go through the subscription details. Once you click on operation details, it shows that the source group subscription, this is ID of that subscription, and the resource group and the GamutGurus, and provisioning operation is create, and the provisioning state is running because it is being created, so it will take some time. Yeah, it shows that the our deployment is succeeded. Deployment this create VM Microsoft Windows Server dot Windows Server /2012 02 this ID to resource group GamutGurus was successful. So I'll be canceling here, and we'll be coming out from this. So yeah, after that we can, yeah, it shows that your deployment is complete. Previously it is showing that the deployment is in process. So we can also click on go to resources, and we can see all the resources that we have selected. We can also click on capabilities. It shows the around 7 capabilities that we can go through. I haven't chosen the auto shutdown option, so it shows me not configured, and we can also select the guest plus host, disaster recovery, security option, the backup, and the insights. You can also click on insights option. You can see that we have to click on the insights option to enable that. Yeah, I hope you understand how can we create the virtual machine. For seeing that the virtual machine is created or not, you can also check it from here. Click on virtual machine. Earlier it shows that there is no virtual machine. Now it's showing us the virtual machine is the Gamut VM, because we name our virtual machine name as Gamut VM, and the subscription is free trial account, and the resource group is GamutGurus. Location is East US, and the status is running. After that, you can see that the size is standard B1MS, and the public IP is 13.68.135.98, and the disk that we have chosen is 1.
Let's talk about the key takeaways from the session. In this session, we talked about what is virtual machine, Azure Virtual Machine, Azure Virtual Machine features, its pricing, and the Azure Virtual Machine security. And in the end, we have gone through the demo session in which we got to know about how we can create a virtual machine in Azure Portal. Hope you guys have enjoyed the session. We'll meet you in the next session with some more information on Microsoft Azure. Thank you.